I want you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it. Dance.
Hey guys, what's cracking? It is Crack Nation, coach of the Boston Bisharps, and today we are back with our Season 6, Week 6 battle against the Tampa Tyranitar, coached by a pretty good friend of mine, Solar. He was very instrumental actually in my Season 5 playoffs run, where he helped me team build a lot. So he came from the Little League this past season, and now he's in the Major Leagues doing pretty well for himself. We got a cool team. If you haven't watched the team, really go check it out. Nothing too crazy, definitely some fun sets, but nothing that's out of this world. Hoping for the best here. We are coming off a tough loss last week, unfortunately. But yeah, we are hoping for the best here. I ended up going for Psychic on I ended up going up against going for Psychic against his team. I'm not sure if that's a good call. Hyper Voice. We're gonna load up the calc actually. In the meantime, I'm plugging Meloetta. Hyper Voice, Psychic, Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does a lot of damage to Caracosta. Or sorry, Psychic does a lot of damage to Caracosta, which is kind of hard for us to answer if it's a Shell Smash Caracosta. We can't let it set up. But Shell Smash Caracosta is still so slow, so I'm not that worried. What about like... See, that's a pretty huge calc right there. Alakazam. Shadow Ball already wasn't KOing Alakazam. At +1 maybe, though. A +1 it is, which is interesting. What about like Bronzong? Yeah, we're not doing like any damage with Bronzong if we otherwise. Alright, let's just see what. Let's see what. This is gonna be that. I hate to do this during the video, but we're gonna see. What does Hyper Voice hit? So. Hyper Voice can technically hit all of these. So basically, we are left with these two Pokemon. Psychic, Shadow Ball. Yeah, I feel like Psychic is the better move against... It's going to come down to which one's the better move against more Pokemon. Psychic is better here. Psychic is better here. Psychic is not really any different here. And Shadow Ball is a better move here. Better move here. He also does have a switch in if I click Psychic. Man, this is a tough call actually. I kind of want to just go for Psychic just because you see, I'm always going to make the wrong decision here. Kind of want to leave Psychic on just because I feel like Alakazam isn't actually hitting me. And Bronzong, if it explodes, and I was going to kill it with a Shadow Ball anyways, as you can see. So, yeah, I think we're going to leave it as is. Anyways, alright, so we're going to click Accept. Double check all our EVs. Last time we messed up, a couple battles, but not last time, a couple battles ago we messed up our EVs on Avalok, so I've been pretty wary. Alright, looks good, and we're going to accept this battle. Alright, so it is underway. The Caracosta does make an appearance. So no Bronzong and no Alakazam. So Psychic was the play. So I am very happy I made that call because we see two Pokemon that Psychic is way better than anything we could have run otherwise. Psychic. Psychic was the play. Regardless, looking at this team, I'm expecting Mamoswine. Looks like a very likely lead. If Mamoswine is a lead, though, it oftentimes will run Focus Sash. Avalok is kind of a safe lead, actually. I just don't want to give Caracosta a chance to set up too hard. Because Caracosta, a special attacking Caracosta, can do a lot of damage, even with a pretty crappy special. Not that crappy, actually. Even with the special attacks that, like, and then Hydro Pump at +2, just like a whopping amount to Avalok. Meloetta also not a bad lead. Garchomp also not a bad lead. So I think Garchomp also only really puts in work against some things. It only has 3 moves. So we're going to restart, make this substitute for whatever reason, and re-challenge. As you can see, I didn't change any. My Garchomp was supposed to have substitute and didn't, so. Good sportsmanship on Sully's part. It is tough. I think Victini is going to be a good lead, just because Gudra's also. I got to figure out. Gudra also only really has to answer special attackers on this team. I don't know. All of my leads match up well against something. So let's see. Gudra matches up well against Arcanine, Venomoth, and Caracosta. So 3. Meloetta matches up well against like 1, 2. No, it's like not Venomoth, but 1, 2, 3. Victini 1. No. I'll match with that. I need to know what set that is. I'm gonna go into. I think Victini's gonna play it because I can break a potential sash on anything. If he leads with Caracosta, I'm just gonna click the energy ball. If he leads with throw, I'm probably still gonna have to click U-turn, unfortunately. And then double into Garchomp, I'm expecting. Alright, so we're going to lead with Victini, I think. As he does decide to lead with Arcanine, not bad. I think Psychic is going to be the play here. I want to look into what Arcanine gets real quick, though, as far as I know it gets Crunch. Offensive Arcanine could be scary. Dark. Does it get Earthquake? No, it gets Bulldoze. He has no good switch into a Psychic. Nothing on his team resists Psychic. So I think I'm just going to click that. Also, we're going to as the Kraken Nation way, we have none of the team imported yet. So we're going to do that real quick. And we're going to calc Victini against Arcanine. So a defensive one actually eats this up. So about an offensive one. It's a ton of damage with Crunch. But I think I have to click Psychic. I don't see any good switch-ins. Garchomp's not a bad switch-in, I guess. Actually, yeah, Garchomp's a fine switch-in. Yeah, I would. So I'm gonna go into Garchomp, I think. So I was expecting the Crunch, so that's good. It is a defensive, so I want to look into what kind of Arcanine. It's nice to have Garchomp be fast, is what I'm going to say, against this team. It's nice to maintain as much speed as I can against Arcanine, so I'm going to not Mega Evolve until I absolutely have to. Crunch did how much damage? 20? So he's probably like a... Huh. This is probably like max attack, I guess. Yeah, just max attack, I'm guessing. He has no ground resist, so I'm just going to click the Earthquake. Sash could, a Stealth Rock could be good too. I'm going to click Rocks, actually. So he has no safe Earthquake switching, which is worth noting. So I'm just going to click the Earthquake. So this thing is pretty defensive, we know. Miltank ate that up, but learn Caracosta Rapid Spin? No, Venomoth is his defogger, I think. Right, Venomoth definitely gets defog. Yeah. So here's a question. Miltank. Well, I shouldn't have Mega Evolved there. That was totally a mistake. That's okay. We actually still didn't. I shouldn't have Mega Evolved, but it actually does give us a little bit of bulk against this fat thing right here. So he's definitely like, this is probably his variant. Body Slam does like no damage. So I'm going to get up my rocks. So we do get the kill on this thing with a couple of high rolls, although that's a weird roll, actually. He must not be max defense. Yeah. So Miltank goes down, which isn't bad. Garchomp picks up a kill. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what set that was, because it's like some defense, but not max defense. So Miltank goes down. So Toxic is actually pretty cool now against this team. Avalugg can definitely stall out some of these Pokemon now. Avalugg is kind of a weird anomaly where like it has a lot of good defensive capability, but also a terrible defensive typing. So it's kind of like I guess that's why it's PU, but like, so I'm thinking honestly right now, what can Avalugg clear on? It's probably going to end up being Mamoswine is the only thing I can clear hazards on, and even that might have to be a free switch of Mamoswine. If it makes a play and clicks Superpower. So he does go into Swine. We don't know it's set, but we know that its Sash, if it has a Sash, is broken. We can't do a lot of damage with any of our moves. As well as the fact that I don't want to switch any things without hazard clearing. But it has to click, I think, the Ice move here. So the Earthquake, he is not Life Orb. Maybe he was Sash all along. We're just going to put in no item for now. Basically, all Avalugg has to do here is clear away hazards. Superpower, I can pretty safely click Rapid Spin here because Superpower will not KO bar crits. Oh, wow. He's probably... I kind of am getting the feeling he's Scarf. So, kind of want to click recover here. The 2 max rolls from Earthquake, 22. So he's Adamant Scarf is what my guess is. Either he's Adamant Scarf. Nope, he's not Adamant Scarf. So he's probably not Scarfed at all. And he's probably like trying to fake me out right now. So that did a lot of damage, though. So maybe it's like Muscle Band. So I am thinking I'm going to go into Victini here, or alternatively, Thunderous gives no free switch-ins. Meloetta also does a ton of damage. It does kind of suck to lose my answer to Mammoth Swine when so much of my team is weak to it. But I kind of want to keep Grass on the back for when he's not expecting it, so I feel like that's a really obvious play. So we do know that thing isn't running how much does Victini's Energy Ball do? Can KO, not a likely KO. 80%. Yeah, it's not a very good chance. I don't feel safe with that. Mega Chomp. How much do you do? Not a lot. I don't have anything that can comfortably kill this that isn't one of these two, unfortunately. So I think, okay, let's see. If I go into Victini and I click Blue Flare and he switches into one of his 2 Pokemon, Caracosta or it's got to be one of those 2. I'm in trouble if I don't click Psychic. If I lose Victini, I'm also in trouble though. Yeah, this Mammoth Swine is now going to be very tricky to play around. On the other hand, Thunderous can... I feel like I have to play kind of... I can't keep this in the back. Throw is not that heavy. Also, we don't have a good answer to throw anymore. I guess Garchomp can switch in.
Bakers.
I guess I should be fearing an Ice Shard in theory, but yeah, so that's exactly kind of what I was expecting. We're just going to take a look at Thunderous. Probably should have expected that. I could have made a play there, decided not to. Hopefully I don't pay the price. Grassnot did 33, 23, so max HP. So he's probably bulk up. Probably bulk up. So looks like that is probably his set. So he's not assaultless yet. I'm almost positive he's bulk up. So now I think I can just go into Meloetta. Curious. I'm going to go into Meloetta, I think. And Psychic is honestly just, there's no situation where Psychic isn't the play here. So Thrower goes down, so that's nice to have another one of his physical attackers down. Fortunately, he's without Garchomp alive. Alright, so we are in an interesting spot here for sure. So, I don't know. Arcanine's kind of scary here. It basically comes down to Goodra to take hits from Arcanine, I think. Which it can do, take anything but close combat and hit back pretty hard. How do you take crunches, Goodra? You can take a crunch. Because, I mean, Goodra... I have killed 2 of his lower tier threats, and I've traded away Garchomp, which sucks because Garchomp actually could put in a lot of work here. Garchomp actually ate that Ice Sponge up, which is pretty impressive. So how much should we do to Mamoswine if it switches in here? I'm going to calc the Rapid Spin crit, actually. Critical hit at 8%. So let's see if he's max HP. Yeah, so we actually have no idea what. I'm hoping we could get a read on this Avalok set, but we have no idea. So he does go into Caracosta. Meloetta, how much do you do? Meloetta is a lot with his Psychic. This is not a max HP Caracosta. Potentially, yeah, there's a good chance to knock it out. But there's a chance it probably also has HP though. That said, do I have a switch in? No. So, how much does Victini take from Aqua Jet? Victini has a chance to take an Aqua Jet considering the fact that it's full, which isn't bad, from Life Orb even. So I'm just going to click So I think I do want to sack off something here. And it probably shouldn't be Meloetta. Hoping this thing is Life Orb, I guess. So that, because I know that, I mean, if it's Life Orb, I don't have to sack off that many Mons. I only have to sack off. Basically, one Mon is going to die here, and I got to decide who it is. The Victini guaranteed outspeeds and takes 1 if it's not Life Orb, and if it is Life Orb, let's just make sure Victini takes 1, actually, shall we? Before I start jumping to any conclusions. Yeah, Victini 100% takes 1. Well, this is a naive, so if he's adamant. He's adamant, he's going to get like outsped again. Arcanine does like a lot of damage. To Meloetta. And then Arcanine definitely, we do not KO Arcanine. Yeah, we do not. So it's interesting looking like so unfortunately in a tough spot. I think he clicks Stone Edge here. If it misses, that's dope. If not, we're F'd. Trying to think of my way out of this situation. I definitely have things that outspeed and KO in Victini. I just want to know what the smartest choice. Basically, Meloetta can get past Mamoswine, but not Arcanine. No, not even that. Yeah, Meloetta actually is kind of ending up looking that pretty expendable here. As far as the fact that, like, how much does Victini do to these things? That was my speed F set. What am I doing? Victini does like a similar range of damage while also outspeeding. And taking less damage from attacks. So that's worth considering. So I'm thinking this is actually the most expendable member of my team is on the field right now, which is dope. Because I don't have to make any predictions then. Thundurus obviously being... Thundurus is really expendable too, actually. Goodra is going to have to take on Venomoth and Arcanine, we already know. Victini is going to have to stay alive to take probably either Revenge Kill this thing, take on something. So it's going to be between these two. Thundurus or Mixtape is going to get... Zeus or Mixtape is going to get sacked off here. I'm thinking Thundurus can do a lot of damage to a lot of this team. It also takes a good chunk of damage. With no Life Orb, it also can't actually kill things that effectively. Yeah, we won't even be able to kill the Arcanine. So I think Thundurus is going to be the sack. So he isn't Life Orb. So I can click the U-turn here, actually. So I want to make sure I'm in the best possible situation next turn. I think Psychic is the move that'll put me there. Although Blue Flare, not bad. I don't want to click Energy Ball because that's two Pokemon that could easily come in. So I want to make sure I'm clicking the right play here. Psychic is not bad. Yeah, I think Psychic is the play. Nothing else can come in super easily. Earthquake from Mamoswine, scary. I just don't want to let Mamoswine come in, actually, is also key. So what is the item on that? It's not Blue Flare. So it's leftovers with offense. And Intimidate. So actually Blue Flare does like a good amount of damage. So I think Blue Flare is the play. How much does Energy Ball do to Mamoswine? No, there's no way I'm going to click Energy Ball here. That just lives, please. Wow, there's somebody with wicked bad base outside. I apologize, you guys are picking that up. So basically, I think Arcanine has to come in here. Arcanine is also Crunch and Extreme Speed does not KO Victini. I think if Victini has a chance to clean up, obviously I don't know this thing's spread, but he has Crunch to hit Victini. We're sure about that. I'm going to keep Victini as healthy as I can in case he needs to come in on something. Goodra can take anything this thing wants to go for, actually, which is not bad. But I don't want to find myself in a crappy situation with Goodra the turn after. Blue Flare does 2-hit KO, unless he's like max HP. 69, so Blue Flare. 69, so let's see, this is going to do what? 72 to 86, and he's going to get, he's at 69 plus 2 turns of leftovers is 12, or no, 1 turn of leftovers, so he's at 75. So the roll is in my favor unless he's got HP, which we do not know. Also, 2 crunches will kill Victini, probably. I just want to calc the crunch on my Garchomp set one more time. Crunch did how much? 20.5. How much HP was Garchomp running? I thought it was 96. Yeah, it is 96. So he's not even max attack. So there's a chance he's got a lot of HP in there. So I think Gudra is the play. Keep. So I'm gonna click Earthquake here. That does really suck. Not unfortunately, like. Maybe we can get a better read for his set now. Crit did no damage. So he's like not offensive at all. And no investment at all. He's like a defensive Arcanine. So this thing goes down, which is very good because I believe we're going to click the Dragon Tail. This thing has to try to set up now. So we're going to go for the power up here. Obviously Gudra not being necessary whatsoever, because I think Victini cleans up now. He's going for a... Does Mamoswine get like any setup moves is the question I'm wondering right now, because I think I can take hits from Mamoswine unless it's running setup, so it doesn't get towards it, so we're probably okay. So we're just going to click a Fire Punch here. So I'm going to go into Victini here, and I don't even have to click Blue Flare, which is always very nice, and that is going to be game, so well played, my man Celery. A great game. Great game. I was pretty neck and neck, so I'm glad we both. There were some hacks that flew around at the end there, but it was pretty even, honestly. If anything, a little in his favor. So I think I played pretty well. Looking forward to next week. Don't know who I play yet, but hoping to keep this winning streak going for as long as I can now. I'm pretty amped. That was a great game. Yeah, that was a great game, honestly. Well played by both. It was really back and forth throughout the entire game, which is honestly the kind of games you love to see in the CSL. It really speaks to the level of competition. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. It is always very appreciated. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Kraken Nation out.